Hey guys, I wanted to be upfront and honest and say that I've had some Enlighten teeth whitening. On screen, you're going to see a horrible zoom in of a before, and hopefully now you're seeing a large difference with the after of this 3 week process. So if we zoom in a little bit, you can see just ever so slightly, there's an ever so slight different shade, and that is because that is my enamel. That is me not looking after my teeth correctly as a kid, and there are some differences, and you can't fix your enamel once it gets down to kind of enamel. You need like composite bonding and stuff like that. However, because I've now lightened and whitened my teeth to a B1 shade, I think you really can't tell, and I don't think I need turkey teeth, and it's okay that this tooth here is a bit slanted, and I think my teeth look fairly decent. And to be honest, the whole time I've ever been on YouTube and I've been on camera, I've always hated my teeth. No one's ever made any comments, no one's ever said anything. I've done this for me, but I've always hated looking at my teeth. I'd put a filter on, I'd change the hue of my webcam to try and make my teeth look better. That's what I do, whereas now I actually finally have, I think, pretty alright teeth. I was told a long time ago by multiple dentists, oh, you had an infection when you were a kid and therefore you can't whiten your teeth. And I think that led to a lot of poor hygiene, because I was just like, it doesn't matter what I do, I'm always going to have horrible teeth, and I just didn't look after them the best. But having done this Enlighten process, basically I'll run you through the process. You get 3 gels. This is week 3. This is like to seal in. You wear this for an hour, but to initially start, you get your molds, and you get your teeth molds, and these fit perfectly. The guy will check, the dentist will check these fit perfectly in your teeth, and you will get one of these things. So you'll take off the top like so. Do note, don't be like me and for 3 weeks apply it with this. You actually get a little nozzle syringe that goes on top here that makes applying it easier, and you can see the marks. That means 1 a day. Those lines are 1 a day. So that is what you want to do. So you're putting a little dot in the front of each tray. They're going in, and then you're sleeping in them. Now, the first week, I put a little bit too much in, then not enough, then maybe not enough, then a bit too much. Mouth was foaming. Top tip is put in less than you think. You can always do it over a longer period. You don't have to do it as, over 7 nights. You can do it over 10 nights. Just use all of the gel and make sure the tray is full. And the first week, I personally found nothing. I didn't find anything happening. On week 2, you use a green gel, and that's slightly stronger. And I found after 3 days of that, it really started to lift and whiten my teeth. I think my teeth were very poor, and so it took a while to get rid of the stains. So I think if you start off with better teeth, you will get better results. But I'm very happy with my results, to be completely honest. And he's given me a free top-up gel of the green stuff, so I can do 1 a month. And you can always buy a top-up gel from your dentist, because you now have the molds that you can always wear and use. So that's a good thing about getting the molds done. The other type of whitening that they offered was called Philips Zoom, and Philips Zoom is like, those teeth molds are built for a machine. They clamp onto the machine, go into your mouth, and for an hour at the dentist, they go through 4 stages and blitz your teeth. And I just thought there was no guarantee for shade there. And I just thought it's probably going to take me a long time to whiten my teeth because they are poor. So I don't want to just go in for an hour and not really see any results. So I spent a tiny bit more, and I did the Enlighten process. I've never liked my teeth. I've been on YouTube and camera and streams forever, and I just don't like them. No one's ever said anything, but I'm always tweaking the hue of the camera or putting on a filter to make them look a little bit better. And probably most of you that are regular viewers might not see any difference, but if you could see it unfiltered and filtered, or you go back through old videos, you'll notice a big difference. If I zoom in now, yes, you'll see tiny bits of enamel, but there's nothing you can do about that. But you can see they're a nice even shade throughout. So the process for me was really good. To be honest, the dentist didn't really do much. He had a scale and polish, sorted out some fillings that needed sorting out, checked my mouth and gums were healthy. When all that was good, we started the process. They got the molds. What they do is they get this like camera thing, put it in your mouth and kind of move it around and make a scan. Then with that scan they make the mold. You wait a few weeks, then your mold arrives, and then you go and collect this Enlighten thing, and inside it is a little ice pack and 3 of your gels that go in the fridge, and you keep this in the fridge for the whole duration. Then you have 1 week sleeping in them, 2nd week sleeping in them, and then the 3rd week is just 1 hour, and that says it's 6%, but it's of a different, chemical. It's actually very strong, and what happened, don't freak out, is on the last one, the hour made my teeth super, super dark and strange, and then they'd go fine again, then they'd go super dark when I used it, but now that I've fully stopped using it, teeth have gone back to normal and really brightened up. I didn't really get any sensitivity, but they do give you a little pen, a little twist pen, and then you rub some stuff on, and that actually does help with the sensitivity. It's not like some gimmick. It tastes weird if you ever get it on your tongue or anything, so there's definitely something going on in there that definitely is chemical that stops you having sensitive teeth. And then once you finish the process, you then start with this whitening toothpaste, and you don't use any water with that, and you just do the just whack it on your toothbrush, and that's like some professional tooth whitening paste. Like, you can't get that in shops. It's like some dentist thing. I don't know, probably a load of nonsense, but you use it afterwards, so I'll do that. And yeah, and I got a top-up gel, so once a month I can just top back up, and if I ever want to buy some gels, I can buy some gels. So the process was literally, I got a bag, got my molds, got my gels, and it's been a bit of a process for me, because I hadn't been to the dentist forever. I was expecting a ton of issues. I'd not been to the dentist for like 10-15 years, to be honest. 15 plus years, I think. And he went in, and I was like, here we go, there's going to be everything wrong. Like, he was like, your teeth are totally fine, you need a good, professional clean. That kind of inflamed my gums for a little bit, and then I had to redo an old back filling. That was it, just one filling that needed to be redone, no new fillings, which was amazing. And after that filling had calmed down, after the gums had calmed down, after really keeping on top of flossing and the professional clean, once that had all calmed down, then we started the whitening, and it took 3 weeks. And he's held them up to the light, and I'd achieved the B1 shade, and he was really pleased with the results. I mean, as a cynic, they're gonna say that, aren't they? But I am pleased with the results, and I feel like I have no issues with my teeth on camera now, which is really, really nice, because although I'm not on camera much, or I'm not a hugely social person, I'm not going around taking photos of myself or anything. It's just nice. So yeah, I did it for myself, I suppose. So again, for me, the overall process was really, really good. The dentist wasn't massively involved in the process. Another department took the molds. He did some checkup work. I did all the gel work at home. There was no call-ups or asking how it's going. You just did the whole thing at home. Because there is a guarantee, if I'd have gone in and my teeth weren't the right shade, they'd have just probably given me a few more guides and tips. I'd have got some more gels, and I'd have gone again. Whereas if you do the Philips Zoom or any others, there's no guarantee you achieve this shade. And yeah, I didn't want fake turkey teeth. I didn't want to shave my teeth down. These are my own teeth. They work. There's no problem with them. Yes, this tooth is crooked. You know, this tooth was chipped when I went swimming, you know, but I prefer to have a real smile than, you know, a load of fake veneers, because if they go wrong, or they just don't look right to me. Some of them look nice, and composite bonding would be lovely for these front two teeth, but I don't feel like I need it now. I feel like for me, I've got enough out of the process that I'm happy. So overall, I'm really pleased with the outcome, because I was on day 7. I'd done a full week of sleeping in the trays, and I was like, yeah, this isn't doing anything. Like, I knew this would happen. This isn't going to do anything. Then I changed onto the green ones. Okay, this getting the strong ones now. That's going to be really, really important. 2 days passed, not much change. Third or fourth day, I was like, okay, I'm seeing some change, and I was happy. Just to note, I did drink coffee. I did drink Diet Coke. I did try my best to drink out of a straw when possible. I didn't have to have a strange diet. Some teeth whitening, you need to like eat white foods. You can't drink anything. Now, ideally, after you've whitened your teeth, you don't want to immediately go and drink loads of coffee and Coke, because that's when your teeth are most vulnerable. So if I was going to have a coffee, I would make sure, like, you know, I wake up, my teeth are done by like 7 a.m. and then I might have a coffee later on in the evening, you know, or something. But to be honest, I wasn't very rigid. I did have quite a few Starbucks, and I did have a lot of Diet Coke, and I ate whatever the hell I want, because I just figured, well, I've got a guarantee of a B1 shade, so I'm not spending 3 weeks on white food, not drinking any coffee, because, you know. So yes, if I carry on drinking a ton of coffee, probably the results won't last as long, but we'll see. They were all right for me, and I just thought I'd be honest and say, yep, I did some teeth whitening for myself. I'm pretty pleased with the results. It went good, and I had no issues. So that was a really, really, really positive experience for me. I'm not paid to say this. Paid out of my own cash. Had to do my own fillings, because there's no NHS dentists in the UK, is it? No, everything's privatised. And let me tell you, the building I sat in, lovely and warm. They had no problem putting the heating on in that building during the winter. It was like a sauna. So they're all doing really well for themselves, the dentists in the UK. But overall, the process went really well, and I am pleased with the results. And I just thought I'd share them and be honest.